don't get lost in the sauce. When you feel like you are unable to figure out where you are, when you feel like you just are in the moment and you don't have your bearings, that feeling is heavy. That feeling is so valid, and that feeling is so hurt. But know that literally every single step of the way is helping you to get to like one more step to something else. I'm not trying to be cliche, I'm not trying to beat around the bush. Like, I just kind of figured that out today. Like, I'm not actually lost. Because, as y'all know, I don't know how many times I've said this, but like, I'm a chemistry major at my school, and I decided to get a business admin minor and an accounting minor because why not? And I'm like, you know, let's try it out, let's see how it is. And I kind of just started liking those classes, and I guess like enjoying them in a way, and I guess kind of feeling that lostness made me look at other things, try to sector it out. And not that I'm saying that I don't feel lost, because I do still feel lost. I guess I just don't feel misdirected anymore. I think I've come to the conscientious appreciation that I am in the right direction. I just don't know where I'm going, is how I like to phrase it. And I felt so lost because I felt not necessarily content with science. I didn't really find that passion that I used to have, that I think I really liked about it. I felt like I lacked that creativity and that aspect of finding something new without being so fenced in, I guess you could call it that. And starting this definitely helped my creativity. I am so grateful that I started this when I did, because I needed an outlet, which is crazy to say a year ago. And I mean, when you think about it, it's just wild to think. I keep saying that, but I genuinely feel like I've come so far and that I don't feel lost anymore. But literally last year, I felt so lost. I felt so distressed. I felt like I was walking in no direction, but simply I was walking to here. And I found this contentness simply because I did something out of my norm. I went to this like business competition this weekend. It was from Friday to Saturday, so then that was why I didn't post. I had like a video ready, but then like I just like, yeah, it just didn't feel right. And I competed, and I literally had an entrepreneurship pitch with a partner, and we killed it. And when we left, the judges were like, oh my gosh, I loved it, and I hope you guys go to nationals. And we were like, thank you. And we were like waiting for questions, and they did not have any questions, and so we closed the laptop and like we ran, and we were like, oh my gosh, what? And then I did a public speaking one yesterday, and that was just, goodness gracious, I felt like that was garbage. And I started off with like, imagine, it was literally like this is how I had it planned, but like I didn't say it for the life of me. Like, after the intro, I said, imagine you open a job application. Your P's, Q's, B's, and D's all switch up. What I just described to you was somebody living with dyslexia. Oftentimes, it is seen as a weakness in the classroom, in the workplace, and sometimes they're even labeled as slow readers, not intelligent, and bad at grammar. But dyslexia has no correlation to intelligence. In reality, people with dyslexia utilize creativity to learn. My friend, he actually has dyslexia, and he was telling me that people, and he himself, use creativity to be able to learn and to be able to understand the world in a different way, because dyslexia is simply just a different way that people view the world in a different way. And I think that's where I blanked, and then I was like, shoot, because I'm like blanking right now on like what I was going to say after. I was going to say something like, that is why creativity and what brings them such innovative ideas, which is essential for, that's what I was going to say, which is essential for innovative ideas in the workplace. From the outside, AI can help your CV become crisp, your resume become sharpened, especially when you have weaker points. It helps you delve deeper into your strengths, in addition to your grammar. Grammar is essential for any walk of life. Being able to check punctuation, grammar, and work and paragraph flow, and especially for those with dyslexia. And then I was gonna go talk about like, I don't even know. I ended up like saying like, oh, my favorite part about AI is that it helps me delve deeper into my own personal experience. Oftentimes I'm stuck with saying, oh, I did research, and then it makes me delve deeper and ask me what I actually gain in the hard skills that I attribute and how I can be a valuable player. And I said, thank you. and they were supposed to hold up like a minute card when I had left. And it was like probably like a 3-minute speech. But after that, they asked me questions, and I think I killed it. And I think that's why I got first place. But I mean, 2 of the other people seemed pretty prepared, and I'm like, oof. But yeah, and then I did my impromptu. I felt so much better about my impromptu. It was about like, oh, you're a business leader, and how do you handle stress? And I was like talking about balancing mental and physical and emotional whatnot yourself and being centered. And I thought that was a pretty clean speech, but I guess they didn't think so, because I got, I think, 3rd out of 4 people, which is fine. I really don't care. I kind of just did it for fun. And yeah, my one with my partner, we got 1st out of 8 other teams, and we were like, oh dang, that's crazy. But yeah, I mean, I think at the end of the conference, I really just felt like I'm actually not lost, but it really made me think about, I understand the science world, and I'm starting to appreciate the business world, but like, what do I want to do? And I want to learn about philosophy. I want to do ethics. Like, I don't know. I think it's fun to do science and business and chemistry and be able to dabble in both and to be able to like communicate with people. But I think deep down, I feel like I want more out of life than money. I want more out of life than just science. I want to be able to feel life for once. I want to be able to experience life on the surface and even deeper. And I think that when it comes down to science and business, at their very surface is what I've kind of seen and experienced. And sometimes I want that surface level. Sometimes I want to just go down, get the job done, and just get things done and be productive. But then like another part of me wants to feel life, do life, and truly enjoy it and feel it from a core. And I think sometimes that's when I have to like figure out myself, and not that I feel lost anymore, that it's rather a discovery, and that you can always discover yourself in new and important ways that you never would have experienced or expected just because of saying yes to an opportunity. I mean, it's crazy. It's absolutely like mind-boggling to think about yourself. Like, I didn't understand that. Like a few years ago, I didn't understand the concept of like exploring myself. Like I was like, what do you mean? You know yourself. But it just comes with life experience, and it's strange, and it's weird, but it's life. And I think you just have to give yourself time and patience to be able to figure it out and not feel so lost. So a really long, drawn back circle. So I want to leave you with this. no matter how lost you feel, no matter how hectic your life may seem to feel, you're just figuring it out. You might not know where you're going, but who's to say that you're on the wrong path? Who's to say that you aren't doing what you're supposed to do? I mean, yes, who's supposed to say that you're not on the right path or the wrong path? But at the same time, you have to have a certain type of mentality to be able to see life and experience life from a different perspective, to give yourself that space and that growth to be able to grow, to be able to say yes to those new opportunities, to say yes to something that your past self would have said no to, that your past self did say no to, and to be open to trying a new path. Food for thought.